Did you know that there are just 7 messages you need to create to connect with more customers? It's a fact. Businesses that clarify their message and build a sales funnel are the ones that thrive in the marketplace. At the StoryBrand Marketing Livestream, you're going to get both done in 48 hours and get real-time coaching in an online breakout room to make sure you're getting it right. Did you catch that? 48 hours, just 2 days, you can clarify your marketing message and create the pieces of a sales funnel that you can go put into action to grow your business. Guys, I have coached in many of these live stream workshops for StoryBrand. And by far, almost to a person, they say, there's no way we could have gotten this much work done without this workshop. There's just too much stuff going on day to day, right? That keeps you from actually sitting down to do this work. I mean, listen to what Will said. He said, going to the conference in Nashville has always been on my bucket list, but I couldn't afford it until now. When COVID-19 happened and this opportunity showed up, it was an easy yes. The group sessions were by far the very best part of this experience. It's been incredible. Listen to what Carolyn had to say. This was awesome, awesome, awesome. In my 25 plus years as a marketer, I have learned more in 2 days than my years on Madison Avenue. Well, thank you, Carolyn. I couldn't agree more. Listen, if you've been thinking about the StoryBrand Marketing Workshop, stop it. Just go register. Go to live.mitchalverson.com. Click register now. It's going to take you to the StoryBrand page where you can register. Do it. You won't regret it. You're listening to the Daily Business Podcast with your business coach, Mitch Alverson. This is the place for daily coaching because when you have a coach, you get better results. All right, here we are. Thanks for joining me today. We're still in the middle of Don Miller's book, Business Made Simple. If you don't have it, go to Amazon and get it, and you can follow right along with us. Today, we're going to be talking, kind of chatting from pages 89 through 91. We're kind of in this mini series within a series on Business 101, or Don likes to talk about it, how to create a strategy. And we're using the analogy of the airplane body, right? So we talked about the cash, we talked about costs being overhead, being the body, the wings, services, and products, and then the engines of sales and marketing. And kind of now we're going to talk about, like, if you can imagine wherever the fuel tank is on an airplane, cash flow. So we're going to talk about cash flow, and it's super important. The old saying is cash is king, and it's absolutely true. I've seen a lot of small businesses go out of business simply because they just didn't have enough cash coming in or too much cash going out. So you think about just the statement cash flow, it's literally how much cash is coming in and going out. So, if we think about it, it's not only how much cash do we have right now, but what's our ability to generate cash in the future? And that's why you see a lot of businesses today, big companies, moving to a subscription model. Think about all the subscriptions you have, right? I'm going to start thinking of mine: Netflix, Disney Plus. What else do I pay? There's quite a few things, right? I mean, well, and not only that, I have a lot of subscription software that I use to run my business. So if you think about cash flow and the importance of it, do you have something in your business that you can sell a service or product on a subscription basis? If you can, then it's a great way to kind of build your business. I have a piece of my business where I do website building and website hosting. And I have, over the past few years, built up a decent customer base of people who are hosting their website with me, or people who hire me to build their website. And the hosting is always a monthly agreement where I get money from them to host their website and take care of it. But then I've also got a product where I build websites and get paid not all up front, right? So a great website these days will cost you anywhere from, on the very low end, say $3,000, up to a complete custom website. Big companies are paying even into six figures for a website. But I've got a subscription model where I'll allow small companies and entrepreneurs to just pay the fee out over 12 months, sometimes even 18 months, depending if they need it. And what that has done is it's basically I'm showing and I'm proving, that I've got to myself, right, when I think about my business, that I've got cash flow into the future. I know that money, barring some crazy stuff, is going to be there. So when you think about your business and cash flow, and you think about, products that you are selling today or that you want to sell, some good questions, to think about and ask are, how much cash will we need to create this product before we launch it? Another question is, what's the profit margin on this product? Will it be able to return cash to the company? Other question, when will we start making money on this? So if I've got to invest a lot of money up front, not quite knowing when it's going to start paying us back, we need to know that one. So again, just like we talked about with where we need to pull the data on this. Get the data, especially if you've been in business. Talk to your CPA, get them to get you the business. Look at the financials and see what your cash position is, what cash flow looks like, what you can predict cash flow will be into the future, because it's super important, right? So if we think about this from just a financial, if we're reading the financial statements, right, and we think about cash, we have to think about our cash position. So how much cash do we currently have available, like right now today? That's your cash position. And then cash flow is how much cash will we generate and spend through operations in, say, a given period. So it could be a quarter, it could be a month, but we need to know how much are we going to make, how much are we going to bring in, how much are we going to spend. That's my cash flow. And then liquidity is how quickly and inexpensively could we generate cash by selling assets. So that's not necessarily, one you want to, it's good to know, right? But hopefully you never need to do that unless you're doing it on purpose. All right. Thanks for listening. We'll talk soon. Bye. Here's 3 great ways that my full focus planner helps me. First of all, I can start every week reviewing my quarterly goals and then my goal detail pages. So these remind me of like what's at stake and renew my motivation for the week. So first quarterly goals and then goal detail pages. Second, I have a weekly preview in my full focus planner for every single week. And this involves identifying, wins from last week, recording important lessons, reviewing the week ahead. Also, I get to define my weekly big 3. So those are the weekly objectives that move me closer to my quarterly goals, right? And the third way it helps me is it has daily pages. So every single day of the week, there's a page, and I get to put my daily big 3 and schedule out important meetings. And that way, since I'm only focusing on 3 priorities each day, I don't get super overwhelmed by my to-do list. So I have the full focus planner. Now here's the thing, confession, I'm not perfect at this, but that's why I love the full focus planner. It's always there for me when I'm ready to begin again. So if I can start with my big goals, quarterly goals, and then work down to basically, what are the big 3 things I'm working on today, that are moving me closer to my quarterly goals, then I've always got a North Star. I'm never in a narrative void as to what I need to be working on, what I need to be doing. So the full focus planner is there to help me with that. So if you don't have a way to keep up with these things, your quarterly goals, your daily big activities that move you towards those goals, man, I can't recommend this enough. So go to the show notes, get the link there, and buy a full focus planner. You won't regret it. Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Daily Business Podcast with Mitch Alverson. If you got time, please subscribe to the podcast and consider rating and reviewing the show. That way, other people will find us. By the way, I really love to hear from you guys, so please email me at mitch@3advisors.org with your feedback or questions. Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on the Daily Business Podcast with Mitch Alverson.